Alright guys, welcome to the channel. So pretty excited to announce that you are watching a new series of video about GeoNode. I've always wanted to learn GeoNode in Blender, and I've experimented this a little bit, but never go from like very beginning and build all the way to the end of GeoNode. So in my previous artwork, I use the GeoNode to batch generate the mountain and trees and all that. But I also use a GeoNode to use that as a manga, like a 3D manga, got some impact line and all that. So I found that these do have a lot of potential in Blender, and I just don't don't have the courage to go from the beginning to learn all the way up to the end of GeoNode. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to make this tutorial while I learn and share my journey, and dive really deeper into GeoNode. So basically, here is the idea. I'm going to learn that from scratch and share my journey. And of course, I will stumble upon a lot of problems. I will maybe spend 1 hour, 2 hours, maybe 1 or 2 days to solve that problem. But hey, I'm unemployed, so I got all the time in the world. Okay, I'm gonna try this out, and I'm gonna share with you guys. And if you guys think it's helpful, please give me a thumb up, right? And hopefully this channel can be the only source of revenue I will get. Right now I haven't reached the monetization goal yet, so please give it a thumb up so more people can see it. And yeah, maybe if you haven't already, please subscribe. Okay, and yeah, that's the idea. I will experiment a lot, so rest assured. I'm going to make myself a little bit smaller. Okay, yeah. Okay, let's get started. And so if you open Blender, I'm using 4.0, and if you watch this video from the future, well, you can use a latest version. Doesn't really matter. I will update this series as Blender make major changes. I update and record things like crazy every day. I work 18 hours a day, so yeah, so you can rest assured I will make changes. And if I did not, I'm just too busy to do that, please leave in the comment section. Okay, I read every comment. It kind of a reminder, remind me of doing things, and I will do it for you. Yeah. So basically, you can sort of treat the GeoNode as some sort of modifier. You click this, and it will automatically add a GeoNode modifier at the modifier tab. So you can modify things. Okay, and right now we got output attribute as well in internal dependencies. Okay, and internal dependency is just if you doing some simulation, you're going to bake it. So basically, into a process data, calculate that, and you have to store that data somewhere. So for example, a fluid simulation, something like that. I demonstrate that using MetaFlow, and you need to bake the data like a fire simulation and a water simulation, all that. Yeah, and of course we got output attribute. Right now there is no group attributes connected, so you have to manually output it in order to make it show here. And of course, in order to output that specific attribute, you can I believe that Shift and A, you can search for attribute. Okay, attribute. Okay, attribute, and we can get the that specific named attribute. Okay, geometry read named attribute. Okay, so you can actually get that attribute exist. Maybe not this one. Sorry about that. Attribute statistics. The store name attribute. Yeah, here. So I can get geometry node to geometry, and geometry to geometry. Okay, so yeah, we got flows, points. Yeah, we haven't got the name yet, so let's output the name. So this will be some random thing that I want to do. So for example, it's waiting jamming, so delta JM. Okay, so you can add that. Then you can have that specific output, I believe. So let's look at here. Yeah, right. WJM. And for the the input and output attributes, I believe, is somewhat hidden. So you got like a node here and a node here, so you can be served as input attribute as well as output attribute. So shift and A, let's add in a geometry. Let's just add some like mesh, primitive mesh. Let's add a cube here. Yeah, can I just plug it here and plug it here? Okay, so I believe you can have that. There's no attribute. Okay, I'm going to get a specific attribute rather than here. Okay, so output attribute, we got like a UV map. You got it here. Okay, so it's just like empty slot. You can plug in and you can get that. So the size, I believe, yeah, the input attribute, I got a size here. So of course I can just unplug this and the geometry, something like that. It does not work. So it's more like the input attribute to size. Okay, so we can like adjust it here. Okay, so right now let's not worry too much about that. I just want to demonstrate that sometimes thing is hidden and you got like an empty dot here. You can like plug it in to get an input and output attribute. And let's look at here. It's very interesting. Let me just show you. Okay, so let me just undo things. Okay, I believe I can get the screencast key out, so you guys can see what's going on here. And let's undo this. Let's undo all that. Undo. Yeah. Store name attribute. We don't want that. Yeah. Yeah, let's just get this straight out. So if you look at here, you got something like the vertices and edges and faces. It's really interesting. This is like you are doing a program. Essentially, you got all this like information where they where every like vertex added space. You got like a position 1 1 1 like a -1, all that. It's good for programming. Right now, I believe you can use like a ChatGPT or something like that to to modify things. And yeah, I might write some like a generator to do that. Yeah, and I believe it's very important to get like a vague idea of things, not 100% clear, but just a vague idea of things, and let computer to do this work for us. So that's the I recently used the Config UI a lot, and that's the like logic behind all lot of AI tools. So using Node, so you know that this Node is doing something, but you don't need to like be a mathematician to understand that. So what I'm going to do is to get the maybe just get a wireframe of things, okay, and I'm going to get that specific vertices here. So for example, we got like 1 1 1. Okay, so this will be X Y Z. Let's use the annotation. You can use like a the shift key, spacebar, and D. Okay, shift key, spacebar, and D. Again, the annotates. So what I'm going to do is to get the annotation on our object. Okay, so for example, X is 1, so it should be like 1 here. Y is 1, so Y will be like this axis will be here, and Z axis will be 1, so the Z will be here. That means that this point should be here. Okay, I'm using annotation, which is some sort of like a grease pencil, by the way. And yeah, so the next one, X, Y, Z. Okay, X1, Y1, and Z's -1, so it should be like here. Okay, so like a -1. Oh my gosh, it's like a thunder going on here. And then yeah, you got idea. So we got like a start from 0, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, total 8. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Yeah. uh, it's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, that's the idea. So you got all these vertices, and you connect the vertices. You got lines, and then everything is connected. Of course, you can get like the edges information. We got like 12 edges. We got the face corners of 24, and yeah, that's the idea. That's the idea. Yeah, you got the idea. So we got like different faces, different like face corners, and we got like a UV map. I will explain that later. We got like a curve. Okay, we got a spline, and we got like a point instance, and we got even got like a volume grid. Oh my gosh! And right now, I believe if you are not say like me, I'm really into like programming. So I might like write some programs so I can like automatically generate things in Blender. So if you like not interested in that, this is just like what's under the hood. Okay, this is just like what's been going on, like all the vertices, something like that. Doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter. Just you know that you got some different vertices, and you connect that. You got like edges. You connect that. You got faces. You connect that. And you got like a corners, something like that. Okay. And I believe from like a utility perspective, it's more focused on adding nodes. Okay, so you can like a shift and A to add like all sort of nodes. I'm going to like do like a random things here. Just want to like prove a point. Okay, so I'm going to like add a lot of nodes. Add like a lot of nodes. As you can see, we got like different sort of color. Okay, so for example, I got color like this, like a color like this, like this, like this. Okay, we got different like a circular sort of thing. I got like this triangular like a diamond sort of thing. Okay, and I can got something like the sound is just going crazy. I can get like a simulation. Okay, and got like different color. Okay, so basically just the color is like we got circle. Okay, circle, and as a diamond. Okay, so if it's a circle, and if it's something like I don't know how to I haven't find it yet. So just different color represent different thing. Okay, so for example, you've got like so the green one. Okay, the green ones is like an integer. So the count, like edge count, face count, all that, like it's not like okay, geometry. Okay, it's not a geometry. It's like like this color. Okay, you got idea. Like iteration. Okay, it's like a green, and as long as it's like green and it's like a red circle, it represents an integer. Okay, so it's like if you're doing program, and you know that it's just a number. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, something like that. And of course, you want like a more fine-tuned. You can add like a float to it, but I don't. You can't just find like exactly float here. Okay, is viewport. Okay, I just got another one here. So this is like a pinkish one. This is called a boolean. So basically, you give a boolean thing whether it's true or not. So I know it's a little bit technical, but as you can see, the geometry node is more like a prone to like a sway that to a programming. Okay, so like a visual scripting. So this will be like a boolean is true or false. Okay, shift and A, we can get like an instance like to point something like that. Okay, so points still will be the geometry. Okay, instance geometry will be instance. Okay, and we got this like a diamond shape here, like selection. Okay, we can like select different thing, and we got like a position. Okay, and we got just like a radius. Okay, so it's just kind of like information sort of plugin. You don't need to memorize all that. Just want to know that different color and different shape do represent like a different information. Okay. Okay. Let's actually do something about this. Okay. So I'm going to like a batch select everything just to delete everything. And I believe the annotation we can like using eraser to like just erase everything. Okay, just erase everything. Doesn't really matter at this point. Okay, once it's been erased, we can actually add something. Okay, Shift and A. I think that like the simplest thing to add will be the like a mesh. Primitive mesh, like a cone, cube, cylinder, grid, elsewhere mesh, circle, all that. Okay, so let's just add a cube this way. So mesh and geometry. Okay, so we got the mesh. We got this cube again. I believe we can use it as like Z to go to the render view. It's just as simple as that. Okay, so previously we got a mesh of a cube, but this time we got like a modifier of this cube. Okay, so I can like get rid of this modifier. It will be a cube, but a little bit different. And in order for you guys to see like clearly, I can add the mesh primitive modifier to a like a column. Okay, I can do that. I can delete this, and it will no longer be a cube. It will be a column, and of course you will like a modifier. You can like apply the modifier, and there will be a column. And of course, you can like delete this modifier or just go back to the cube. Okay, really simple one. And since everything is just a modifier, you can still see the original shape. So let me show you. All right. So let's just delete, maybe not delete this. Just add the geometry of a mesh. Sorry, a primitive mesh, and I'm going to maybe icosphere. Okay, just put it inside and get rid of this one, right? And it seems to just to become an icosphere, but you like it, hit tab, go to the original, the edit mode. You can clearly see we got like a cube here, and as you guys can see, the cubes, the vertices as well as the edges, faces, all changes because of this. And of course you can apply this, by the way. Just go back to like here, and then you can apply this, shoot like a gone, and you can like go to the edit mode again, and it's gone. Okay, the original shape is gone, and it's just like facing that actual applied geometry. Okay. Okay, so we know that how to change that according to this like a modifier, and let's actually move it around. So I think this very important for you to get the hang of things. So I'm going to like start from very beginning. Shift and A, got a maybe like this time a cylinder to get a bunch of vertices, the edges, faces, all that. But you can like modify things, okay? But it's just a treat it as a container. It doesn't really matter. You can just delete this, Shift and A. You can even go through that. Doesn't really matter, okay? And then you can maybe just to get a certain mesh. You got like primitive mesh of the mesh line. I even got let me just get a grid. Grid is essentially just like a flat surface, like a plane that you can add texture on it. Let's just add a cylinder. All right. So cylinder doesn't really matter. Okay. So you can just make a cylinder appear, and then what is more, you can transform it. So what I'm going to do is to of course, you can just search it. Most of the time, I just search it. Okay, so input, output, material, utility. Yeah, let me just search. Click here, and we can transform position. Transform. Okay, geometry operations. Okay, so you can sort of know it's here. The Shift and A, you can geometry, and you can have an operation on that specific geometry, and we can like transform geometry. And got it here. So basically we can do this like translation, rotation, scale. Okay, so let's okay, translation here, so you can like move it left and right. Also it's x-axis, right? And we can like move it the y-axis, and of course we can move it z-axis up and down. It doesn't really matter. You can do whatever you want, especially if you are like programming a little bit. And rotation, okay, so x rotation, so x will be like the center line here. All that we can achieve using a layout, but as here you can actually see the position of vertices and edges and the faces change. That is brilliant, especially the vertices. In every point in this like a 3D simulation space, you know that, oh, it's changing, and this is what has been going on under the hood. And yeah, and scale, of course you can do that, just to change a bunch of your position. Okay, once the position changed, and all these things just automatically connected together, so it will be changed as well. Okay, so it's just like a base transformation change. And so if you want to say, what about you add like multiple objects to like a sort of bound as a modifier to that specific object? Can I do that? Of course you can. Of course you can. So instead of just doing one object here, I'm going to add another. So for example, this will be a cylinder, or be a mesh of a primitive, and let's add a cube. Okay, okay, so cube here. But here comes the problem. So if you add a cube, okay, it will automatically like connect that cube. You won't be able to connect the cylinder. So if you connect the cylinder, you won't be able to connect the cube. Okay, so how to do that? So there is a node called a viewer. Okay, output viewer. Okay, of course you can search it for Shift and A. Okay, and then we can get the output, got a viewer. So basically, instead of just show it here, I can just plug that to the output. Okay, and I believe you don't need to actually transform this, so maybe not connect this to, but rather just add a mesh to the output. And where's our mesh? That's very strange. About here, okay, still it's gone, and I don't know why. So mesh geometry node, geometry. Okay, yeah, I can get this, but why can't I get the viewer working? We call this like auto. Okay, yeah, silly mistake. I need to like select this viewer, and select here, and select the like a group output, or select the viewer. Okay, and click this like eye icon in order to like actively select it. Okay, so basically you are going to like join different geometry together. I believe you can just search for join. Okay, you can join geometry in the geometry, and you can like plug all the geometry at the left, and then plug it here. So I'm going to change the cube by using a transform geometry node here, so I can actually control the geometry. But instead of just view this, I'm going to plug the geometry here. Okay, and I'm going to plug the geometry of the cylinder here, so we can add like a multiple geometry. I can even add add another one, like the mesh of primitive. Let's got a grid cylinder cube cone. Let's got the cone here. Okay, and I can also just to transform. I can even like duplicate things. So you got a geometry, so you can plug it. You can plug a lot of things just in one node. And instead of using viewer, I'm going to actually output this geometry. So got it here. So as you guys can see, we got like a column and we got like a cylinder, something like that. Of course, things I got the transform ready. I can adjust the position as well. So I'm going to make this column like up a little bit. So to do a translation of the z-axis, okay, so I can get like a move it up a little bit. And here we got the like cube. Right now I can't see it, so I might need to move it up a little bit. Okay, this is a rotation, sorry about that. Here, okay, and of course I can like scale that a little bit. X, Y axis, Z axis, we can do that as well. And then we got the cylinder, we can scale it a little bit, okay. And yeah, you don't need to worry about that too much. Just 0, move it. Okay, I think I can just simply get away with like a zoom it. Okay, so I can get like a man wearing a hat, something like that. Yeah, yeah, or maybe a house. Doesn't really matter. I just want to show you that you can sort of like apply multiple things together, as if you are like drawing that in your normal editing. And of course, after you have done everything, you can just go to the object mode. I believe you can like choose solid. You will consider one object. Is not amazing. But if you like go to the edit mode, like original one is still there. Okay, so it's just like a placeholder. So go back here, unless you apply this and it's gone, just become a new object. Go to the edit mode and maybe make it a wireframe so you guys can see we got all this like connecting together. Okay, very simple one. And right now I believe that it's already too long. This video is already 30 minutes. I'm going to pause this here, and in the next video I believe that we pretty much finished with the like a basic thing, and let's actually create something that I can use in my project. Okay, bye.